Hello students, good time to all. I am Chandan Kumar Pradhan. Welcome to the YouTube channel Chandan Physics. In this video, we are going to discuss introduction to logic gates like OR, and NOT gates. Let's begin. Basically, we discuss about the binary numbers as 0 and 1, which call it as the binary bits. With the help of these binary bits, we can easily explain the logic circuits. Logic circuits basically the combination of diodes and transistors. The diodes and transistors actions can be easily explained by the binary number systems having binary bits 0 and 1. These two bits represent two states of that kind of electrical instruments. Therefore, what is logic gates? A logic gate is a digital circuit which can have one or more input signals, but only one output. The digital circuit, we say it as the logic gates. As the term indicate gate, it has one or more inputs but only one output. Again, the operation of that logic gate, the operation of a logic gate may be described by the truth table or using Boolean algebra. What is truth table and what is Boolean algebra? So, truth table it is a standard way of the representation of representing the input or output relationships of a gate circuit Here we listed all the possible inputs logic level combinations with their respective output logic level. What are the possible input logic may will be that are taken into considerations? Same, what is Boolean algebra? Boolean algebra basically a symbol. The algebra used to symbolize, to symbolically describe what logical relations that is known as Boolean algebra. What kind of logical operations exactly that logic circuit possessed? This is the truth table, the standard way of representing input or output relationship of a gate circuit, taking considering all the possible input level combinations with their respective output logic levels. In case of Boolean algebra, that algebra used to symbolize or describe the logical relations is known as Boolean algebra. So there are three basic logic gates. Are three in number as AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. AND gate, in terms of Boolean algebra, we explain it. First we symbolize symbol of these logic gates. For AND gate, the symbol just like this. Here two inputs. Let the input as A, B, and the output Y, that is equal to A dot B. That dot referred as Boolean algebra symbol. For OR gate, it is represented as two inputs, let A, B, one output Y represented as A plus B for OR gate, plus that is the symbol for Boolean algebra. Next, for NOT gate, it has one input and the output Y is equal to A bar or A prime. Bar or prime is the symbol that represent the Boolean algebra. These three are the basic logic gates. Then we discuss the truth table for the corresponding logic gates. The AND gate truth table, for AND gate let two input A and B, output Y. What are the possible way of inputs? Either 0 0 or 1 0 another 1, 1 1 another 0, 1 1. These are the possible input of that logic circuit. That logic circuit may be contain either diodes or transistors or the combination of diodes and transistors. These are the possible way. In AND gate, the output, when these two states are 1 means high or on, then the output result as 1, otherwise it will be 0 0 0 0. These binary bits referred as the electrical states: 1 for high, 0 for low, 1 for saturation, 0 for cutoff. In this way, by using these binary numbers, we explain the electrical states of that particular electrical configurations. Next, for OR gate, two inputs A, B, output as Y. So the possible situations similarly: 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. In case of OR gates, the output will be 0 when two inputs are 0, otherwise it will be 1 when A are 0 and B is 0, then the output A or B as 0. Otherwise, all the situations it will be 1. Next, for NOT gate, it has one input and one output as Y. So input may be 0 or 1, therefore it's just its reverse. When 0 it will be 1, when 1 in input it will be 0. Here Y as A dot B, we read it as A and B. Here Y as A or B, that is A plus B. Here Y as A bar or A prime. In this way we explain the truth table in logic gates. Basically, when we discuss about logic circuits are of two kind. One is combinational logic circuits, another one is sequential logic circuits. What is combinational logic circuits? In that kind of logic circuits, it contains only the logic gates. Here it contains only the logic gates, and it has not contain any kind of storage element. Storage element, we can say the elements which store any kind of data, or we say it as the memory element. But in case of sequential logic circuits, we have both logic gates as well as memory elements. Memory elements are those devices which are capable of storing binary informations within it. So the output of a combinational logic circuits depends upon the external inputs only, whereas the output of that of sequential logic circuits depends upon external inputs and the storage elements or the memory elements of states of memory elements. Its output depend upon the external element, that is logic gates. Its output depends upon these two kinds, external element plus the storage element. So how we realize the logic gates, that can be understood throughout the upcoming videos as realization of logic gates by using diode and transistors. So with the help of this video lecture, we understand basic idea towards logic gates, what is logic gates and how it operates, as the concept of truth table and Boolean algebra. basic logic gates and or not gate, its symbol, how we write it in terms of Boolean algebra, and the truth table of these basic logic gates. The types of logic circuits as combinational and sequential logic circuits. Those circuits contain logic gates only, treated as combinational logic circuits, whereas the combination of logic gates plus memory elements treated as sequential logic circuits. So with this useful and informative notes, let me wind up this session. Thank you.